Hi guys, this is Harris Sultan and I have another good news for you. Radical Islamists and jihadis living in our midst are shaking in their boots. They are running for the hills, scared like a bunch of cowards they have always been. As you watched my last video and I told you that Hizb ut-Tahrir has now been proscribed by the UK government, better late than never. Yes, they had to be openly anti-Semites to get noticed by the UK government, but okay, we'll take it. Doesn't matter that people like us have been trying to tell the UK government that these guys are kaphrophobes. People like Ali Dawa openly profess killing of apostates.
This is a part of our religion. There's a reason to it. Yeah? There's a reason why there's a capital punishment. Because people like you, little weaklings who leave their religion and cause corruption in the land by spreading it, the capital punishment in Islamic law would be applied to you. We have no doubt. And we're proud of that. Yeah? Capital punishment will be applied in an Islamic state, yeah? Not individuals going and doing it themselves like idiots, yeah? No, under an emir, it is done, yes. And we, you know what, we'll be watching.
Let alone the government prosecuting them. Even YouTube doesn't ban them. In fact, they reward them and they pay them to make content like that. Okay, that's fine, let it go. Harris, just be a bigger person and ignore all of that. But in these Western countries, if you proudly act like an anti-Semite, they're going to come after you. And that's what it looks like. Elon Musk has just gone to Auschwitz to commemorate the victims of the Holocaust, along with Ben Shapiro. And all the Muslim propagandists are hating on Elon. They are calling him a Jewish shill. They're accusing him of being a sellout and being helpless and powerless against the Jewish lobby.
The king of free speech, Elon Musk, during a genocide went from this...
For every Hamas member that you kill, how many did you create? And if you create more than you killed, you've not succeeded. If you kill somebody's child in Gaza, you've made at least a few Hamas members.
To going to Israel, going to Auschwitz, saying this...
I'm aspirationally Jewish.
Thanking the Israeli lobby group ADL, wearing a kippah, wearing a dog tag for Israeli hostages, and meeting Israeli asset and bigot Ben Shapiro. This proves even the richest of men can be bought.
But they're not willing to entertain an alternative thought that maybe Elon Musk recognizes that what Hamas did on October 7th was an evil and barbaric act. Even though you might have some grievances towards the state of Israel, but no grievance can justify what Hamas did on October 7th. Maybe, maybe that's how he's thinking, rather than being a sellout because he's already the richest man in the world. But these guys are not really sharp thinkers. But anyway, coming back to our good news. Remember this guy? He appeared on Piers Morgan's show where he spoke a little too much.
After October the 7th, a few days later, you took part in a talk on YouTube and you said this.
Brave Mujahideen, they gave the enemy a punch on the nose. All right? And it's a very welcome punch on the nose.
How can you say that's a welcome punch on the nose?
I will defend the right of the Palestinians to resist an occupation.
You think what happened that day was a terrorist attack?
When people look...
Do you?
You know, the word terrorism has become so... politicized.
As you guys know, these guys have been becoming more and more brazen, which is human nature. You say some outrageous thing and you notice that nobody's done anything. I got away with it. Let me push a little bit more. Still no reaction. Okay, let me do a little bit more. And that's what these propagandists and Islamists have been doing on social media for years. Our governments have been looking the other way. We've been trying to warn them. We've been trying to tell them that, look, people like Daniel Hakikachu, Ali Dawa, Muhammad Hijab, all of them openly defend pedophilic acts.
When there are signs of physical maturity, it becomes permissible for the husband in Islamic law to have marital relationships or consummate the relation with his bride. And this is the example of the Prophet, peace be upon him.
Could a man have a marriage to a 5-year-old consummated if she started precocious puberty?
If she starts showing signs of physical maturity, then yes.
And then you wonder why there's an outbreak of grooming gangs. Yeah, anyway, so we're going to talk about this, but before we go further, I have to tell you that this video is most probably going to get demonetized. So I need your support. You can support me by becoming my patron, where you can see my early releases by going to patreon.com/Harris Sultan, or you can buy me a coffee by going to buymeacoffee.com/Harris Sultan, where you can buy me many coffees. So let's get to our today's video. So these radical Islamists and Muslim propagandists have been getting more and more brazen. They've been defending pedophilia under the guise of freedom of religion, and our governments have been looking the other way. But when it comes to violence, when it comes to radical Islamist views which are dangerous for other people, our governments can only look the other way for so long. If you openly become an anti-Semite, then it's time up for you. And this is what we are beginning to witness. Hizb ut-Tahrir was proscribed a few days ago, and in the wake of all this fiasco, this charmer, who was the chairperson of Hizb ut-Tahrir, who said that October 7 attack was a punch in the nose of Israel, has been drawing a lot of attention. He rushed to Saudi Arabia for Umrah, which I think he probably went there to find out, what should I do? These guys are cracking down on us. Anyway, in the meantime, the NHS has just announced that they have suspended his doctor's license. It hasn't been cancelled, it's only been suspended, but it's a start. I think it's just the beginning of the end for these people's operations, in the UK at least. And as always, Piers Morgan is taking credit for it, and I think he deserves it. He's the one who really exposed them. But now, in the wake of this, he's been asking all those Muslim propagandists who've been throwing their support for this doctor, who've been crying, oh, what happened to free speech? Where is our freedom to practice our religion? Blah, blah, blah. They have said, screw this. We're not going to go on Piers Morgan show. Some people are saying that, oh, we are unavailable, we are busy, and some people are saying we are boycotting you. People who have been begging Piers Morgan for an audience are like, no, we're going to boycott you. They are running scared. You know why they're running scared? Because of this newly passed legislation. I am not a legal expert, so I don't know the implications, but I can read what it says. This was published on the UK government website on 13th of December 2023. It says, membership and expressing support for Hamas is an illegal act in the UK, punishable by up to 14 years in prison. So this means that if you call Hamas freedom fighters, or if you show any support to Hamas, then you could be prosecuted and you could end up in prison for up to 14 years. So this, oh, we're boycotting because you're an Islamophobe. Oh, I am busy. I'm unavailable. I've got other things to do. Despite the fact that only a few weeks ago, I so badly wanted to be on your show so I could increase my clout, is all BS. It's all a lie. And look, truth always comes out. Look what one of the masterminds of this whole operation of social media propaganda, Roshan M. Saleh, had to say. How do you expect to have a free conversation about this issue when the threat of prosecution is hanging over our heads? Yes, they are scared. They are scared that if they say something, if they do not condemn the Taliban, like this silly dilly dude didn't do the last time he appeared on Piers Morgan Uncensored show, he was looking here and there, making excuses, acting so pathetic, making funny noises when asked simple questions like, do you condemn Hamas? Do you condemn what the Taliban do to women?
When people come on and simply won't give a yes or no answer to a yes or no question, that also can be aggravating. Do you think the way women are treated in Afghanistan by the Taliban
there are aspects
is oppression or not?
There are aspects of misapplication of Sharia
no education?
Law. There's a... Please, we're going down that road again, aren't we?
Well, you tell me.
I've just said to you, there are misapplication of Sharia law, not just in Afghanistan, across the breadth.
So is the Taliban misapplying it?
I'm asking you, what is your expertise to comment on this?
Sorry, it's my show. I do the question.
But you invited me.
I'm just asking you a question. You haven't answered it. Is the Taliban implementing Sharia law accurately or not?
Not entirely and comprehensively.
Okay, so we can agree that there is oppression of women.
There is most certainly aspects to reform and review in the education system of Afghanistan.
Would you say the way women are treated in Afghanistan right now by Taliban is oppressive?
I don't appreciate this line of questioning, Piers.
Of course you don't.
I don't appreciate this line of questioning, Piers. I don't appreciate this line of questioning, Piers.
Give a yes or no answer to a yes or no question.
These guys can't condemn them. There could be two explanations. A, they might be their assets. They're scared for their lives that if they actually start condemning them, they might come after them. Or they ideologically agree with them. Either way, it shows they are not loyal to the countries they're living in. They are assets. And they know it. And they know the time's up. They know that if they appear on Piers Morgan's show, Piers Morgan is going to ask you again, do you condemn Hamas? Do you condemn the Taliban? They're going to say, oh, well, no, it's not about this. He's going to make excuses. He's going to look here and there.
Thanks.
He's going to make noises.
This program.
And then he opens himself up for prosecution. Whatever happened to chapter 4, verse 135, that you must stand firm for justice, stand firm for Allah. No matter what happens, you should stand firm and believe in Allah. You should believe in Allah, that Allah is going to help you. Go and speak your mind, and let's see what happens. But as I said in my previous videos, these guys don't care about Islam, Allah, righteousness. They don't care about any of that. They prefer their cushy lives over all of these things I mentioned. On the one hand, you have cushy lives, and on the other hand, standing firm, being steadfast, standing up for justice and Allah and Islam and being Muslim. Yeah, screw all of that. I want my cushy life here in London. I don't want to go. No, I don't want to go back to those third world hellholes. So anyway, rest assured, I think the coming days, weeks, and months are going to be very interesting. I think this is the beginning of the end. I've been telling you, they played their hand way too soon. We have no other choice. Either crack down on these people, arrest them, curb on this rising Islamofascism, or watch the West burn. There's no other way. It's not a losing cause. I have a feeling we are starting to win. We have to win against these people. These people are not loyal. So I hope you liked today's video, and if you want me to continue making videos like these, then I need your support, because this video is most probably going to get demonetized by YouTube. You can be my patron by going to patreon.com/Harris Sultan, or you can buy me a coffee. Until next time, ta-da. If you'd like to support my work, you can become my patron by going to patreon.com/Harris Sultan, or you can simply buy me a coffee.